give you the option.
Welcome to The Option. I'm your host, James, and with me, as always, I've got the Rat Pack with me. We got Phil, we got Nick, we got Sam, and we got Frankie. Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Awesome.
Yeah, we're good here. Yeah, I'll be sad, even though we already got another.
I'm Sam. What are you doing? I can't make that. I can't do that voice.
Then you can't be sad.
Oh, damn it. All right. I'll be Dean.
Nick's trying to figure out who the heck are the Rat Pack. What is that? Are you talking
The
about?
bad guys from the Ninja Turtles or something?
That's the Foot Clan.
That far wasn't there.
Oh, he doesn't know that.
Similar. Almost the same.
Oh, man. Welcome, gentlemen. It's been a while. I hope you guys had a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
not
bad.
bad.
It was all right.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. We had
We
some.
had that really good game against the Donkeys and
we'll talk about the Lions and the
okay,
Donkeys.
all right.
Don't worry.
No, let's talk about it now. Let's get it. Sam, I'm ready to admit now. I've seen what happened on the field, and now I can strongly say, okay, the Broncos are a little bit better than the Lions. Okay,
Just a little
bit.
bit. Just a
Just a
little
little
They took
bit.
that game.
Yeah.
They took that game, but you know what? Actually, I kind of take it back because the whole Demaryius Thomas thing. It was emotional. I think the Lions kind of laid back and let them.
they gave it to them. Oh, I understand.
But
It's kind of like when
I digress.
when they did that beautiful tribute to Demaryius Thomas to start the game. How they started with 10 men. They didn't put someone in the spot that he would normally play.
Cortland Sutton, I think he stood out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they got a penalty for delay of game, and then the Lions basically declined. That's how they did the whole game. The Lions declined to play pretty much and let the Broncos just win the game. That's how I saw it.
That explains what the defense for the Lions was doing. They weren't trying to make tackles. They were running around giving hugs.
Yeah.
They had
I
9
think they-
guys from the practice squad playing though. Come on, let's not,
Yes.
let's
Let's not forget that. All the teasing, but they were playing injured for sure.
Yeah,
Not
one
that
guy
it would have
named,
mattered, I don't think.
Oh,
but
I don't
mean,
think
it
so
would-
either, but yes.
they had one guy nicknamed Netflix because he was sitting on the couch last week.
Yeah. I heard the announcers say that. That was
Netflix.
hilarious.
Like, oh.
That's great.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah.
Well, sorry, Frank. I mean, hey, listen, I knew it was going to happen. We all kind of knew. And I think the only person that wanted to believe it, but really didn't believe it deep down inside was probably you, Frank, that, but you kind of knew it was going to happen anyway.
That's not true. That's not true.
life of a
The
Lions
rest of
fan.
us actually were hoping that the Lions would win the game just because it would be more fun to talk about it with you today. But
Hoping and knowing are two different things.
this is
James.
correct.
You
But I
knew
didn't
that
actually
wasn't
like
gonna
I wouldn't put money on the Lions. I just was
what I'm
hoping
talking
that
about.
it would happen. Yeah.
Good thing we didn't go for the face tats, eh, Frank?
Yeah, no kidding. My ex still hurts in the last tattoo.
Although having a record of 1-1-1-1 is pretty cool.
It
It is pretty cool. I just saw, yeah, that's true.
Let's leave it at that. That's it.
1-1.
No,
wait,
11.
that's 1 and 11.
It's 1-11 and
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, 1-11 and 1.
1-11
yes.
and 1.
1-1-1-1.
Which is 1-1-1.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
too complicated.
That's never happened in the NFL, is it?
Well, no, because you added 2 ones together. That's not how you add ones there, or you separated them without a.
No, but I had to
Yeah,
say
there's
it the
gotta
way that
be-
people would see it.
That's true.
No,
All right.
but they wouldn't see it that way.
No, 'cause
It'd
there's
be
the
Well, with the
hyphens in
hyphens,
between.
yes, the hyphens, that's true.
I mean, because actually
all
1,
ones.
1, and 1, like even though it's 1, 1, 1, and 1, it makes them sound like a good team, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but I mean, when you think about it, it's 1, 11, and 1. That's the
You
reality.
associated
They're 1 and
win
1
with
in
the Lions,
December.
so yeah, that's pretty good.
So yes, the Lions did lose. That's unfortunate for you, Frank. The Broncos did win. That's unfortunate for us. In other team news, the
Agreed.
Cowboys won. Yes, they did.
Ooh.
And so did the 49ers.
Yeah,
Yes, they
big
did.
win against the Bengals.
Great game. That was a good
It
game.
was
In
a very
overtime
entertaining
on the
game,
last play. It was
They
great.
should have won it a lot earlier and
That
not
was
gone
great.
to overtime. But
I was
mean, that's
sweating
a
when they
different
missed
story.
that field goal.
Probably.
Oh.
Come on, Cowboys. Let's not talk about the shouldn't have not winning.
Did they
Hey,
win?
The Cowboys were still
you,
up by
you were
Did they
sweating.
win?
You,
You guys were getting worried.
You
Cue
were
the
getting
collapse.
worried.
Come on,
I was
guys.
just trying to figure
Give
out.
me a break.
I sat at my TV sitting there and I'm like, Dak, who the hell are you throwing to?
Are you guys worried
You guys
about
had
the
a
offense?
swagger.
Cowboys fans
Um,
over here? Because let's be real, the defense won that game by far. The
1,000%.
offense did not
Oh,
play
100%.
well.
let's put it this way. I've been a Cowboys fan all my life. It's not
Sorry.
not very often that I
Sorry.
get to say the defense won a game for us. And seeing how well the defense is playing this year, and we're going to talk about one of those guys a little bit later in the show, it's fantastic. And yes, okay, the offense is not completely there, but they're still winning the games. The offense is doing just enough to help get those wins, and it's gonna have to click eventually, I think. And I'm hoping by playoff time, if that does click and the defense is playing the way it is, the Cowboys could be dangerous again. So, give them a couple weeks. As long as they're still winning, the division is theirs. They solidified that a little bit more, beating Washington. They'll play Washington again. That's the only team that really can catch them. But I think they'll be okay. And now they just got to figure stuff out. Dak just seems still a little bit off. He seems like I don't know if it's the calf is still bothering him or what. His throws seem off. He seems to be going a little higher than the receivers and obviously Zeke's still hurt and Pollard is hurt. So they have no run game right now. And I don't know if it's Kellen Moore not calling the right calls right now. If he's a problem, maybe they're not running enough, or maybe because Zeke's hurt, they can't run that much. I have no idea. But when this team wants to play, they need to run the ball. So if they can get back to that run game, I think they'll be the team that they need to be. But right now, because they don't have that with all the injuries, they're kind of feeling things out right now.
So all I heard is, like, if you guys pay attention to the language, all I heard is could, might.
What else do you want me to say? You asked me a question. Are you worried about the defense?
It doesn't sound like you're confident at all, James. Like, I mean, maybe
look
could.
Look at their numbers. Their numbers aren't great right now.
Blah, blah, blah.
I admit it. Their numbers aren't great right now. But I
when
think
they
that they
go
can
against
change the
a
ship.
decent team, they're going home. That's the bottom line.
Not necessarily.
That's not totally true.
Well,
either.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it is.
My concern is with the Cowboys.
Let me know what the Broncos do in the play. Oh wait, they're probably not going to make it.
They might make it.
Never mind then.
I'm not the one saying that they're Super Bowl bound like you guys were at the beginning of the season.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like last couple years, it's Dak in the offense, Dak in the offense, Dak in the offense, and then it's like, okay, Dak gets hurt, so we'll rely on Zeke, but Zeke can't run without Dak. Dak can't throw without Zeke. Oh, we have no defense. Now we have a defense but no offense. It's like your team's never complete.
Look over here, not over here.
I never said we don't have an offense. I never said we don't have an offense.
No,
we have an offense.
But I'm saying they're just not playing well.
Well, because it looks like they're all hurt. It looks like Dak is still hurt from this calf injury. He's not playing the way Dak has played before. They have no run game because both Zeke and Pollard are hurt. Yeah, you see it. These are problems. If they're at 100%, it's a completely different offense.
But it's a trend is what I'm saying, right? Much like the 49ers trend is everybody's injured all the time. Okay? Your trend seems to be when one side of the ball is working, the other side stops working.
Yeah, so hopefully by playoffs they can get it all together into one shot and go from there. We're going to see the playoffs, Frank. Something you probably don't remember what those are. You stopped football in week 17.
Not
playoffs.
Long,
Speaking of playoffs, Super Bowl for Frank.
Super Bowl.
You guys are banged up on the O-line, though. You guys lost two linemen.
I think we lost 3 linemen in that game. I don't know if they're all coming back or what. But
so now they're not going to be able to run at all, and Dak's going to get sacked like every other play. It seems like if he was worried about his ankle before, there's going to be a problem now for sure.
Well, actually, I think it's only one.
3 guys went out. I don't know how many are fully gone.
I think it's just Smith because I think Martin's back. Martin came back the next play, and Collins isn't actually going to get suspended for. Yeah,
they said Collins won't get suspended for his for stepping in for his quarterback.
It should just be Smith.
So James, you bring up Dak's ankle, right? Like, and we talked about this the week that the glorious, fantastic week that you weren't here. I
don't remember that. I wasn't here.
Well, the fans do, and they relish that week.
No one's told me anything.
It's going to go down.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure we've gotten a lot of positive reviews and responses. But anyway, my point is that we talked about Dak, and we talked about the fact that, yes, he was off and he's a little hesitant. And we talked about what does that do long term, right? I know Phil and Nick were saying, obviously Nick was saying, well, I think he could shake it off. Phil wasn't necessarily 100% sure, but he's like, yeah, it doesn't seem like it. What do you think? Do you think be like unbiased. Don't be a Dallas fan.
I don't want to hear what you hope. I want to know based on
probably
what you've seen.
He needs to shake it off. There's no, he has to.
Can he?
For this team to win, he has to shake that off, and he has to come back and be the guy that he was. The problem I have is I don't know how hurt he really is. For all I know, he could be playing out there on this one leg, and it's more hurt than we actually know, and that's why he can't throw the way that he is. If that's the case, then okay, then that's at least showing us why. But if it's just because it's him and it's in his head, then we're in trouble. And I mean, can he? Yes, he should be able to. You're an NFL quarterback getting paid $100 million. You can shake it off and go back to what you were. It's just a matter of getting there. He's shaken off the injury. He came back from that. He's had everyone else against him and all this, and he's always come back. He can do it. Just that's why I'm a little skeptical as to is this injury more than they're telling us right now, and they don't want to go to Ben DiNucci as a backup right now, or Cooper Rush as a backup to throw for the rest of the season.
I thought Rush was the next savior of the world.
No, Rush just beat one team. That was all Rush was there for. We were surprised as much as anyone else.
You guys remember that? Cooper to Cooper, first time in history. That's amazing. He's garbage.
I played it off because that was fantastic, and we won. You know how scared I was that day because I did not expect us to win. We shouldn't have won that game.
Anyway, I'm just bothering you guys. You know that.
Theory out of left
Dallas
field.
Cowboys still suck.
Theory out of left field. Go ahead.
Also, all right, go ahead. Okay, I just wanted to say, when Sam, you brought up the fact that beginning of the year, me and James were all like, "Oh, these guys are Super Bowl bound and Super Bowl ridden." Yeah, if you look at the beginning of the year when they were playing, they had everything working. To say now that
6-game win streak, everything was clicking, offense and defense.
Look at KC, man. Beginning of the year, everyone's like, "Oh, KC's done. We're in trouble. Where's the real KC?" Look at KC now. Holy shit, they're on a 6-game win streak or whatever, and they're looking like they're back to the original KC that everyone should be.
I was going to say, what's the big difference in KC is what's really changed.
The right time to get hot now, man.
That's what's changed. Defense. Not that I'm arguing your point is not valid, but yeah, in the case of the Chiefs, the difference is the defense got better. So you're right. If the Cowboys' offense could get better, then yeah.
If the Cowboys' offense gets back to what we saw those first 5 weeks, those first 6 weeks, then okay, we're back in the talks of our defense is playing great, our offense is now clicking again. Yeah, we can beat any good team out there in the NFL, but right now, like we all have been discussing, our offense is not playing as good as they were. And
the offense hasn't fully played a full game together in probably last week. They got the receivers back 2 weeks ago. And then their Dak injury, then there was the receivers were out, then they got that. Now Pollard's out, now Zeke's hurt. They still have yet to have that full core all healthy, all at one shot to play anybody, and they're still winning the games that they are. So they get a little healthier, everyone comes back. You never know. I mean, it's just a matter of seeing. They've got the time now. They're in sole possession of that division. No one's going to catch them. They're still winning ball games. They're still playing well. The defense is unreal right now. So, play it out and see. You got enough time right now to get it better. They need to get better, though, to win. I will give you guys that. And if Dak does not turn into the Dak that they paid him to be,
they're done.
They paid him well to be.
Yes,
they're done.
Hey, there's a reason why I told you guys before he signed, I was very skeptical that he may not be the guy to win the Cowboys a championship. I'm still a little skeptical on that, but Jerry Jones paid him, and so I'm going to root for him and go from there. But I was a naysayer, and I will say it. I'll be honest.
You were. I don't know, you were. But getting back to your point, Nick, just enough of the Cowboys. But getting back to your point about the
Cowboys,
the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not.
My point wasn't about the Kansas City Chiefs, though. My point was when you said at the beginning of the year, when we watched the Cowboys, we were saying the Cowboys are ridden for the Super Bowl. And when they were playing those first 5 weeks, how they were beating teams and what they were doing, it was. What's happening now is why our things are not the same in the confidence ratio.
So, but
that was my point.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, I still don't think the Chiefs are back. I still don't. I still believe that they're being carried by their defense. It's evident. When you look at their stats, nowhere near where they were before. So if they're up against
Sunday, they look pretty good, though. I won't lie.
Yeah, but you know what?
It doesn't matter if it comes from the defense.
No. I get it.
It's coming from the defense.
I get it, but I'm saying they're not the Chiefs of old. Like
I
when
agree
you look
with
at the
Sam.
Chiefs of old,
if he's trying to say they're not the Chiefs from when they won the Super Bowl, they're the Chiefs from last year where they got crushed by Tampa.
That's correct.
Agree.
That's exactly my point.
No, that's correct. 100%. I was just more referencing the fact that the Chiefs started so bad. They're back in the sense of they've won 5 straight games.
But they're still beatable. That's what I'm saying.
Games.
They're not the Chiefs of old where they're like, holy crap, nobody's going to touch these guys.
But the Chiefs of old were only unbeatable that one season.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But
that was that one.
We came to expect that from the Chiefs. I think they've been
beaten before, so they're not the Chiefs 100%. Of old anymore since 2 years ago. They've been removed from champions for 2 years, right?
I agree.
But they're still better than all the other teams in the AFC. They're still the top dogs again. They're with the Patriots. They're 1-2, both of them, and there's a chance they could still take the top seed, which would put them back into them being the Chiefs of old because they're still at the top. That's where they're supposed to be.
When I think of the Chiefs of old, I think of these guys putting up like 40 points a game, 35 points a game, and like running away with
game tape. Teams see things. They change their formations. They change what they have. So you have to adapt to them, and that's what the Chiefs are doing right now.
Exactly. It's a good point. The biggest why it's more important to me to be a team like the Chiefs who are playing bad and are now getting better than a team like Dallas.
The opposite. Yep, I know.
Yep, then the opposite.
Exactly. Excuse me. Then the opposite, where Dallas is now trending downward. Well, I wouldn't even say Dallas is trending downward. That's a little too harsh. But they're not getting better. Right? You know what I mean? Power rankings-wise, they're kind of just staying stagnant.
In the middle, yeah.
Now, on top of that, though, they had a light schedule as well at the beginning, which helped, which let them go off the way they did. And now they are facing some tougher teams, which could also be a reason why the offense isn't putting up those 35, 40-point games like they did before, but they're still winning. So I'll take it. As long as there's a W next to their name this week, at the end of the week, I'm happy. It doesn't matter how they got there.
All of us would be. For sure. All of us would be.
So anyways, as much as I love talking about my Cowboys, and I do,
that was way too much.
I think we should move on to talk a little bit about some other things. Let's see what happened this week that we can talk about. Let's go to the fact of we had some big injuries this week, gentlemen. We had Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and an already injured Aaron Rodgers re-aggravate his toe injury.
There you go.
What do you think this means? Do you think any of these guys miss out this week? And if they do, what kind of impact does this do to their team and playoff chances?
Huge. It's a huge impact on all three teams, I believe. I mean, from my perspective, Lamar sitting out is a big problem. I mean, they've already got many injuries, and this is just one that's going to take them over that edge, and potentially, because now this is where it gets interesting, because of the loss to Pittsburgh when they called for the 2 points instead of going into overtime and potentially kind of
when it was the coach's fault, whatever, right? Yeah, just checking. I just wanted to make sure. Go ahead, continue.
Definitely not the coach's fault.
But exactly. Thank you. This has huge repercussions, right? Like, so I think that's a problem.
So they should have kicked the field goal, went to overtime, possibly won there, but. Yeah, anyways, okay, go ahead.
Well, and I don't trust Huntley either. I mean, he played great.
Neither do I.
I'm not taking that away from him. Yep. But there's always next week, and that backup quarterback comes in by surprise, and he always the team's on his back, and they rally with him. They're not prepared for it. You prepare for him the following week. You know what to do. You throw him some schemes, and the next thing you know, he's got a 4-interception game.
So what's the latest on Lamar? We know that it was a sprained ankle. He was carted off the field. Is it a low sprain or a high sprain? Did they say which one?
I don't know for sure.
I don't think they came out with definitively what it was. Yeah,
which is good.
I think it avoided a high sprain.
So the high ankle would have put him out 3 to 6 weeks.
Oh, he would.
A low sprain, at least 1 to 2 weeks to come back, depending on when it is. They're facing Green Bay this week. Oh man.
It's a game they need to win.
There's a chance they're going to try. They're going to try everything they can to get him in that game. So,
but on the other side, then what about Aaron Rodgers?
So the Rodgers one is interesting because I know Rodgers said that he made it worse by playing. He did say that. He said that he was in a heck of a lot of pain. But what I read and what I heard, apparently he could literally have the surgery today. It's like a half-hour procedure. And be ready to play on Sunday. So I don't know why he hasn't done this already, and who's forcing him not to, or what it is. But apparently, he could literally do it and be fine to play Sunday within a couple of days rest. That's all he needs. Like, it's not anything crazy. So I don't know why he hasn't gone that route. They're saying he might lead to that soon, but I from everything I've heard,
if
he's
that's
still
the
going to
case,
play.
yeah, why wait?
I don't know.
Doesn't
I don't
make
know
any
why
sense.
they're waiting.
Why get it closer to playoff time? What if you have a setback and you do have to miss a game? Unless there's like an opportune time. I haven't looked over the next couple of weeks what their schedule looks like, but maybe they have a 10-day. Maybe they play on a Thursday and they don't have to play again
maybe
for a while.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but that's
that
what I
he's
like.
a weird
dude. So it could also be that he doesn't want the surgery. Maybe he wants to heal on his own. You know, I have no idea.
It's all natural. No vaccine, no surgery. That's it.
Right. So
I don't know. I've had a theory about Rodgers for years that he fakes injuries just to
make himself sound better.
Yeah, but
to make
is that your Lions side saying this, or is that
it is? But I watched him a lot, and remember that game against the Bears where he couldn't even walk, and then he came back at halftime, and then they were down by like 20, and he came back, and the crowd went bananas because he came back limping, and then they blew him out after the end of the game.
That's because he owns the Bears. That's
he's got the papers.
Well, did you see what happened in this game? The Bears were winning. Yeah. The Bears were winning up into the third quarter, and then apparently there was a sack on Rodgers. Yeah, and the defender, I think it was Robert Quinn. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but he apparently taunted him afterwards. And there's an image of Quinn standing over Rodgers, and Rodgers looking up at him, and he just looked like he was completely pissed. And right after that sack, the game flipped and Rodgers just went off and it completely changed. And I was just like, you do not want to piss off that guy. That's the wrong guy to upset, whether he's hurt or not. It's like,
but like, what if it's a Jedi mind trick? Like if he's hurt, he has an excuse that why he's not playing good. And if he's hurt and he plays well, then he's like, Jesus Christ,
Superman.
Like, like the crowd goes nuts. His teammates are like, wow, this guy's dying on the field.
He doesn't need that anymore. We all know he's a legend. No, we all know how good he is. Like there's no.
Yeah,
right?
When he has a down game,
but maybe maybe he likes the drama. Maybe he likes people talking about him a lot. I mean, I could understand that. I could see that.
Don't get me wrong; he's a great quarterback. But I mean,
of course,
I judge people on wins, and 1-4 in NFC Championship games are not very impressive to me.
Yeah, but he got to 5 NFC Championship games, though.
Yeah,
how many other people could say they got there to 5 times?
Doesn't matter.
He's the best regular season quarterback in history, I think.
He's not Tom Brady. I get it. I mean, you know, we're going to talk about him too in a little bit.
He's not Eli Manning.
He's not.
He's not a lot of guys. Eli Manning won a Super Bowl.
Eli won 2 against Tom Brady.
Right. That's right.
He beat Brady twice. He cost Brady.
That's right. I forgot about that second one.
Right. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has the same amount of Super Bowls as Trent Dilfer.
That's true.
I get it. He's only won
and
one.
That defense was almost as good as that Baltimore defense.
Yeah,
like his defense was amazing that year.
Yep.
But I gotta say, like, I mean, I have, like, I don't know if I told you guys, I think I broke my toe. Like it's painful, man. Like broke my,
tell us,
my
Sam,
pinky toe.
But this is his pinky.
Was it running the football field? What'd you do?
It's not his big toe.
The best is I don't even remember.
You stubbed it on the couch, didn't you? You must have.
Maybe something like that. But I don't know. I just woke up this morning. I couldn't walk. But it is my pinky toe, Phil. And you know what? I can hardly walk on this thing.
You're probably limping around, but it doesn't really impede your movement aside from the pain.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, I mean,
but if you're taped up,
but Sam didn't have much movement before the injury, so let's just get that straight. There was, it was very,
very slow moving. It's
good call.
But you have to remember, the football players are also. There's a good chance that they're maybe putting something on or inside that toe to he doesn't feel the pain that he's supposed to be.
He's medicated.
Feeling,
he's probably shot up with some like numbing stuff or whatever,
right?
For sure.
But nonetheless, either
all
way,
three of those teams are in big trouble if they lose any of their quarterbacks.
Totally.
Yeah, especially this time of year and with their current records.
100%.
Green Bay doesn't want to give up first place. They just got it this week, right? With LA beating Arizona. And then the other two teams are fighting for a playoff spot in Baltimore and Buffalo. Buffalo. Can't afford to drop a single game right now.
What's up with Buffalo, guys? Are they?
I don't believe
done?
in Buffalo.
They play pretty well against Tampa. Tampa's just a better team.
But this is just
they
typical
played-
Buffalo,
yeah.
though, right? Like, I mean,
Tre'Davious
they start
White.
No one circles the
strong.
wagons like the
They
Buffalo
start
Bills.
wrong and start strong, and then they collapse towards the middle end of the season. This is just kind of what happens, guys. Like, I mean,
we
I don't know.
were projecting them to be the best team in the AFC at one point, and I'm looking at
Yes,
them
we
now,
were.
and I'm like, I don't think they could beat the Patriots in Foxborough if they go there for the playoffs. I don't think they could beat KC at Arrowhead if they go there for the playoffs. I mean,
I think
and
they'd have a hard
the
time
Titans-
with Baltimore or Cincinnati
I
as
agree.
well.
If the Titans
agree.
get Derrick Henry and AJ Brown back for the playoffs, I don't think they
There's
can
a
beat
problem.
the Titans either.
I agree.
And I'm just sitting there looking at this. I'm like, how are they going to get to the final? I don't think they're going to do it this year. I don't think they have enough. And
Well, I think
And
a big
anyway.
factor is that they lost Tre'Davious
This year they've
White.
been up and down all
so,
year.
I
Yeah,
mean, they've
that's
already
huge.
struggled against the run,
Yeah.
and now you lost your top corner. Really, how
Your
is that
top, yeah.
defense going to compete against any of the, say, top 8 teams?
I
And
think
let's not forget they don't have a run
Yeah.
game.
that's what I was
Like,
going to say. I think
which
the
is
biggest issue is the run
non-existent.
game. I don't know how they haven't
They
fixed
don't.
that problem.
Every
I mean,
running back this year has had a healthy scratch practically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they all stink. They don't know which one to play. They don't know
So
what
bad.
to do. And there's better running backs that are sitting there at home
They need a
that
new
they
one.
could have brought in already. I mean,
Should
as much as I
drafted
hate
Travis
to hate
Etienne.
there's all kinds of things they could have done. I'm pretty sure they had Etienne or Harris
No,
going to them
yeah.
in the draft this year at some point. So,
Yeah.
and no one knows why they didn't take anyone.
Well, I think
It's-
because Jacksonville took Etienne for no reason above.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
Bills-
positioning on where they were, but either way, there was still Javonte Williams.
They
there
weren't
was
gonna
still
get
there was a
Najee.
whole bunch
Najee
of guys
was
they
falling.
could have taken.
Yeah, they could have taken
Yeah,
him.
they
But
definitely
they
could have
chose
taken
not to take
Williams.
anybody. So, nonetheless, I think they're in
Yep.
trouble. I don't see much out of them. Baltimore, if Lamar misses a lot of time, Baltimore's in trouble. They will not be able to win.
They may not even make it if they
Yeah.
they lose, if they keep
If
losing.
he misses more
Like,
than one game, they might not make the
Yeah.
playoffs.
they may not even make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll still have
Yeah,
a shot
like
for
last
the
year.
wild card, but if he
Yeah,
misses
the
too many,
Browns
you're
are one
right.
game back.
It's too tight.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Browns and
Exactly.
Cincy are both
Yeah,
one
and
game
if both
back.
those
Since
teams
they
win
traded
the
out
next
too lately,
2
they
weeks,
haven't been the same team since we talked about this. It's like every team we talked about thinking that they were so good, we kind of jinxed.
Oh,
I think we know what
It-
Cincinnati's
the only one
problem is.
the only one we've talked about, and I've been backing and has been doing is my New England Patriots.
Did you say
They're
my
actually-
New England Patriots? Are
Well,
you allowed to
I mean,
say
right
that being
now.
a Bronco fan?
No, I can't.
I
But I
hate
mean,
the
just
Ravens.
like,
Yeah,
just-
Pat.
I just checked.
I just kind of think now, like I keep thinking back.
Sam loves the Patriots, the
Well,
the
AFC,
Ravens,
right? That's kind of
the
weird.
Broncos.
But that's kind
how
of
many more
weird. They're all
teams are you
AFC
gonna like?
teams as well, right? Like I should hate them, but like I don't know. I just look at it, and I did hate the Patriots before, but I think I hated Tom Brady more than the Patriots. This is my problem.
I was watching First Up with what's his name there? Stephen A. Smith, and they had Tim Tebow and some other guys on there, and they were talking about Stephen A. Smith's top 5
who I hate, by the way.
Super Bowl. I hate him too because he hates the Cowboys. Super Bowl.
Oh, then I really
Isn't
like
he
him.
an
Sorry.
Eagles
Changed my
fan?
mind.
I think he's an
Um,
Eagles fan.
I know he's a Bama fan. I don't know which. He might
Even
be an
worse.
Eagles fan. I don't know. But either way, he hates the Cowboys. But anyway, so they asked him what his top
Nice
5
guy.
Super Bowl 2 teams to finish and play there would be for this season. Number 1 on his list was the Dallas Cowboys versus the New England Patriots. And he said the reason
It's
for
half
that,
right.
the reason for that was not because he thinks that Dallas is the best team in the AFC. He wants Dallas to make it to the Super Bowl so that they could go up by 20, have the New England Patriots come back, take away the lead like they did in Atlanta, beat them by 28-20, and have the Cowboys crushed and see all the Cowboys fans crushed on national television. That's what he said.
Wow.
What a
Did I
guy.
tell you how much I love Steve?
What a guy!
He's not my favorite person in the
Come
world.
on,
Tebow's
man.
there, and Tebow's looking at him, and you guys know how Tebow is. He's the religious all that.
Yeah.
Whatever. So Tebow looks at him and goes, I'm pretty sure that Disney has a part for you in the Grinch, and you would be the perfect Grinch for Disney Live.
He would
I'm telling
be.
you. Like,
He would be.
oh my gosh. And then they were talking. So the other one was
Are you kidding me? Every Cowboys fan out there would just then have the satisfaction of saying, "But how come I didn't see your team at the Super Bowl? I didn't see
That's
your
true.
team there. Who cares if we lost? I didn't see your team there."
Wow.
Where we would go.
Phil, you really sound like every Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah, well,
Like every single one.
so hold on, guys. Let me ask you guys something. If your team lost in the Super Bowl, would you not say that?
No. I'm too.
My team did.
My team lost the last.
Both of you.
My
Bullshit.
team lost the last 2 times.
My team
There. I sat in the corner with my knees in my chest crying.
Phil, I believe when he says no.
Absolutely
100%
not.
you're saying
Absolutely.
I take it right away.
No way.
Oh, again,
I take
Listen,
great pride
when
in the
we got
Lions are out in
spanked,
games.
that's right. They've never been there, so you don't have to
Second
worry.
place is
Exactly.
just the first
proud that
loser.
they're never lost.
Frank's
Super
like, what are you
Bowl.
guys talking about? Super Bowl? What's that?
Listen, you guys remember, you guys probably don't remember, but I was a fan of the Broncos when they got smashed
By the Cowboys?
Phil's team, 55-10 in the Super Bowl. You think I'm like, at least they made it to the Super Bowl? I was like
No.
devastated.
Yeah, you just don't talk about the game.
You don't
just
talk
sit
about
there
that, like,
with your chin
exactly.
down and let people give it to you.
Only Dallas fans say that. At least we made it to the Super Bowl.
Nonetheless, his other list of teams were number 2 was KC versus the Patriots. Number 3 was
KC can't play the Patriots.
Sorry, then
Green
it
Bay?
was. Sorry, yes, it was KC versus Green Bay.
Oh,
KC versus Green Bay was number 2. Tampa Bay versus the Patriots was number 3.
That's what I want to see. If
I
my
don't
team's
remember
not
I think
in
it's
it.
going
five.
to happen, guys.
But
I
they-
feel like
I think
they're
it might
scripting
happen.
it. They're
They
scripting
all
it to
wanted
happen.
all the
might
other
happen.
analysts all wanted Tampa Bay versus New England just to see Tom Brady versus Belichick.
That would be
in the
amazing.
finals.
Imagine the media that weekend, like
That would
press
be
conferences.
crazy.
That would be nuts. Yeah,
No.
And then Tom
I don't
Brady's
know,
going to
man.
kill
That-
him.
that-
Probably.
Belichick will have something
Yeah.
up his sleeve. It's
What do you think
You talk
Tom
about-
Holland has something up?
talk about
for
Jedi
Belichick?
mind
I think
tricks.
he will.
Belichick is going to be like all over that. Brady in his head is going to
listen.
go crazy.
If you guys think that the ball, the air of the ball was Brady and the Spygate was, this is all Belichick in his mind. Belichick's the mastermind behind everything.
I don't know about
100%.
that.
Puppet master.
I'd say Brady was in on it too.
Oh, they did it
I think they
together.
were
I
one
think they did it
thing.
Yeah,
together.
absolutely.
Yeah.
One
Can't have
said
one
to
without
one,
the
"Hey,
other."
we should do this." The other one said, "That's a great idea." Who would know?
But we don't know which
How
one
are they
said
going to
who.
know?
That's
all
okay.
found out.
We got Kraft as our owner. He'll
Speaking,
settle it
gentlemen-
behind the scenes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
not-
happy ending.
Speaking of Mr. Tom Brady, gentlemen, he threw his 700th TD in OT on Sunday. Did you guys
Somebody
see
get the
this?
ball?
And
Did
And
you
they
see
didn't give
what
away the
happened?
ball.
Yeah, because they have a ball boy now. They actually have a guy that they
They
give me
learned
that
their
ball.
lesson.
they have a guy that they pay now, and he has to go and he has to make sure he gets the ball. And they were showing this on television. I was dying because he literally, as soon as the touchdown happened, it was Perriman. Perriman did some kind of spin, so the ball was spiked and it was spinning around. Before the ball stopped spinning, this guy comes running down the sideline, picks it up, and runs off with it. And
Stiff
everyone was
arms
like,
three
"Oh,
players on his
really?"
way down the sideline. Kicks a cheerleader in the
moment.
shins. Get out of the
So
way.
funny. So
He pulled a Costanza when the apartment was on fire.
Oh,
People
man.
out of the way. Move, move, move.
the
out of my way.
concentration, the eyes, like this guy wasn't looking at anybody else. They're all celebrating. He's like, "No, I'm getting that ball. We're walking
That's
that way."
funny.
It was so funny. They had him on Good Morning Football, and I'm watching this, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just. They talked about his name. I can't remember his name, but they were just joking it up, and they're like, "That was our player of the week just for that play, the way he did it."
No kidding.
So this guy's there now. Every single Brady touchdown, this is what he has to do. Make sure he gets the ball before anyone does anything.
Knocking
How much
over
they pay him?
Brady
cameraman.
paying him. I hope it's Brady
That
paying
is
him, though.
amazing.
How much do they
Not the
pay him?
team.
Though?
I have no
I don't know.
idea, but
No.
on top
What's the
of that,
same-
though,
I'd do that shit for free.
on
Yeah,
top,
but you could go grab a ball and sell it, or give
Yeah,
it to someone to
no,
swap
he's not
them
allowed
out.
to. He goes into the locker room, puts it wherever it's
I'd
gonna
have
go.
a heart
and that's
attack
it.
after a couple of
Phil,
touchdowns.
we passed out. That's what I was going to say. We'd pass out after 25
No
yards. Like, we
doubt.
wouldn't make it to the end zone.
I would.
They were joking about that, Frank.
That's 3 feet a yard.
No
Frank, they were
problem.
joking about that, and they said, "Hey, I think on eBay I saw it yesterday with the guy's name on." That's the
How
seller.
hard is it to swap a ball? You if it's quick, you got to have a system.
Oh. On top of that record, Brady also set another record, all-time completed passes. He beat Drew Brees in the third quarter, and his record is now 7,156 completions out of 11,152.
So what's that completion? That's about
Pretty good.
65, 67%.
Something like that. Ridiculous numbers.
So I think it's safe to say that Tom Brady will go down as the greatest quarterback of all time, at least until the era of robots.
Well, I went on
That's
to
for
I went on to
100% accurate.
Even
Wikipedia,
digital.
guys, and I went to look at. I just typed in what Brady's records are, and it's like 5 pages worth of stuff that this guy has records on. It is ridiculous what he had. He's got most career wins by a player, most career wins by a quarterback, most games played by a quarterback, most games started, obviously, most games played by a skill position player, most games started by they did that one. They have it twice for some reason.
You watch. It's going to be 2083, and it's going to be Tom Brady's great-great-grandson beats all of Brady's records in the metaverse with a headset on.
What are you talking about? Brady's going to be a cyborg. He's going to be playing in 2083. He's going to spend his
a robot with a head, like in
exactly.
Head in a jar.
He's got the most.
He's just going to transfer
drives.
his consciousness into the game.
That's right.
Yeah, it's what disk drive. Huh?
I'm never leaving.
Most fourth quarter comebacks.
I'll be
obviously
back.
Most championships. Most times sacked. He was sacked 609 times.
Holy, it's a lot of time on his back.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brady, did we see and Peyton Manning, I guess now.
Yeah.
Did we see what he did
Peyton
in Manning? There, where they gave him control
He
of
dropped
the
his
rating,
rating down to 44.
and Manning went and made Brady a 44. But the best part was in that game. So Manning made Brady's running or rushing or speed really low. In that game, Brady rushed the ball like 5 times. So he went and took clips of every single run, and he sent it back saying, "Yo, EA, go give Manning control and make him bring it up to 100."
He wasn't paying attention, because Manning was like, he's a pocket passer, he doesn't rush,
so
and he's like, "Weren't you paying attention?" Yeah, that was hilarious. I saw that.
Running some bootlegs and shit.
Have you guys been watching the Manning's Monday Nighters?
I check it out once in a while. Yeah,
They're
it's
actually
pretty
funny,
entertaining
those
stuff.
two guys.
Yeah.
I will admit they do
sometimes.
make fun of certain people a little more often than I thought they would, and even like I'm noticing now that the guests have no longer been football players though. They're now starting to get actors.
The curse of the Manning. The curse of the Manning.
I love this like persona Peyton has when he's on TV. Like I'm smarter and better than all of you. You all suck. It's so funny, like that little cocky arrogance he has. It's awesome.
Yeah. I watched the college, the debate thing that they did, where they're asking them the questions and they have all the, I don't remember what it's called there, where they have the 3 people that have to answer all the questions. I guess it's, they do it in the States.
Contest? What are you
they do
about?
it in the States. All the
great.
colleges get together and they have,
Like in Billy Madison.
something like that. Whatever. Anyways, it's a great debate. They bring in all the
whatever.
colleges and then they all get scholarships, whoever wins. So Peyton Manning was the host, and his brother, the taller one, the one that doesn't play football,
Cooper.
was also with him. And those two are hilarious. They were cracking jokes. The kids didn't understand a word they were saying. Obviously, these kids that were in. But I mean, they were just off the check. Every week I'd watch them. I didn't even care what was going on with the questions and stuff, but they were hilarious. And he's just reading off questions and whatnot and jokes here and there. And yeah, he's all over the place. It's like Peyton Manning this, Peyton Manning that. Let's get him wherever we can and put him in. And
yeah, I actually have a new respect
He's
for
good
Eli
on TV.
as well. Like, I mean, he's pretty witty as well. I didn't think he was like, as talkative and so on.
he wasn't allowed to talk back then.
Yeah, he was like overshadowed by Peyton his whole career or whatever. And like, he's actually pretty.
I hated him because he's a
like
Giant,
him.
but now that he's no longer with the Giants, I mean, he's actually not bad. I will not.
Yeah.
We're okay.
Anyway, but yeah, no football players are going on that show ever again. I don't think.
None that are in the playoffs. So any Lions are allowed.
Anyone thinks so.
Any Broncos allowed?
No 49ers. Please, Kittle, do not go on the show.
So funny. It's almost as bad as the Madden curse, right? When you're on the cover of the Madden video.
Brady and Mahomes. Well, Mahomes hasn't been great this
Didn't
year.
I get
Mahomes
broken now, though?
this year since he's
No, it's Lamar. Lamar's 2020. Oh well, yeah.
No, it was
2022
that was last
was-
year. Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's Brady.
and
This one's
Mahomes.
yeah, Brady's going to win
Brady
the
and
MVP,
Mahomes, yeah.
and Mahomes is not. That's the
I just
curse.
love how the
He cursed
entire National
Mahomes.
Football League and all of the media and everybody and their mother all crowned Patrick Mahomes the next Tom Brady after one season.
That is true. They did move fast.
He is a very good quarterback still, and he's still
Oh,
top.
for sure.
Like, if I'm going to build
But I
a
mean, win
team
3
around the
Super Bowls
quarterback,
in a
he's
row
still
and then
someone I'd
tell me
look at.
that.
Well,
you need some history, right?
Yeah.
I don't think any QB's there though, right? Like we just talked about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is better than Mahomes is, and Aaron Rodgers only has one. I think Aaron Rodgers has the talent that he's better than Mahomes.
Well, it's hard to say because you don't have the history, right?
Like, Will Mahomes be better than Rodgers when his career is set in
all time? That's the thing.
If they're playing the way they're playing now, no, he won't be. Rodgers will have better numbers than he will by the end of it. Will he have more Super Bowls? That might be something, but
Mahomes does have that jaunty walk when he comes onto the field that everybody
My favorite is who was it? It was his mom or his girlfriend or both that came out and said that he should not be credited for the interceptions every time it deflects out of his receiver's hands.
Right. It should be the coach, right, James?
Oh yeah, all the time.
No, they said it's the other player. I mean, it could be the coach. I wouldn't mind. I have Mahomes in a few leagues. If they give the points to the coach, I'm okay with that, so I don't lose those points. But
right.
Are you drafting a coach to your team?
I think we should next year, we start drafting coaches.
We'll come up with our own point system for coaching.
That'd be great. That's what we're going to do for sure. That'd be insane. Speaking of some awesome players this season, we have a genuine debate between Defensive Player of the Year this year, guys. There's two guys that have been unbelievable all season long, and I don't even. I mean, I have a guy that I'd like to win it, but I'm going to ask you guys. Right now, it's between Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns and Micah Parsons of my Dallas Cowboys. If you had to pick right now, who's your Defensive Player of the Year? And hold on, before you go there, I'll even give you their stats so you guys know what these guys have done this season. So
I don't even think it's about stats though. Like we can give the stats, but I think it's more of an impact on the team.
Well, you can look at both,
go ahead.
But so Myles Garrett this season, he's played 13 games. He has one forced fumble, one touchdown. He has 45 combined tackles, 28 solo, 17 assisted. He's got, where's his sacks? 15 sacks. And Micah Parsons in his first year, as a rookie, where he's also played in all hundreds of different positions because the other guys were all hurt, just pointing that out there. He's played 13 games. He has three forced fumbles. He has 12 sacks. He's got I think it's 6. He's up to 6 games in a row now with the sack, by the way. 75 tackles and 27 QB hits. So those are the numbers. They're pretty close between the two.
Mm-hmm. So can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
Can a rookie win Defensive Player of the Year?
It has happened before.
Okay.
There has been one rookie that has won Defensive Player of the Year.
And the second is going to be Micah Parsons.
And the second is very well could be Micah Parsons.
So
I'm a Cowboys fan. You guys are all going to say I'm biased on this, but
listen,
what you guys said from the beginning about this award, like Frank said, it might not always be about the stats, and it could be what a player has done for their team. And as we've all talked earlier in the show, how the Cowboys are struggling, but there's one thing that has been great this year is their defense. Micah Parsons, who has played in multiple positions all year because we've had injuries, we've had problems, and basically this was the first week that Dan Quinn has been able to say, okay, I get to play Micah wherever I want to play him.
And he had 2 sacks.
That is why I think he deserves it because of what he is doing.
And Cowboys won the game
for the Cowboys.
Yeah. But on the flip side, Myles Garrett helped them beat the Baltimore Ravens. He also had a forced fumble, picked it up and ran it in for his first touchdown in his career, which is crazy to me that that's his first of his career.
And he's only had 2 games without a sack this year.
Who's that?
He's going to probably Myles Garrett. So
Myles Garrett.
I'm saying it's so close between the two of them. I mean, they're both phenomenal. So that's why we're asking, what do you guys think? If you had to pick right now, who are you picking?
I think TJ Watt was in the conversation before he got hurt.
I didn't say his name at all. Like he was not there. Didn't say him. I said 2 guys, and you going out of third.
I'm with you, Frank. I don't have Garrett as my top 2. I don't have Myles Garrett as my top 2. I have Micah Parsons as my number 1, strictly because he's a linebacker, right? Which gives him the opportunity to rack up a lot more tackles. But aside from the tackle category, the Defensive Player of the Year is Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's Nick Bosa. He's got 14 sacks, 34 solo tackles and 3 forced fumbles. Those are all more than Garrett aside from the
7
sacks.
in the last 5 games alone.
It's funny
7 in the last 5 games.
They were checking up the odds. He wasn't even there. I wonder if I got to look at it again.
Baffles
he's
me.
in the top.
And
he's in the top of it.
He's probably in the top 5 of double teams as well at this point.
Yeah.
So
Aaron Donald, you can even have a case.
Yeah.
I don't think the comparison would be and TJ Watt, like you said, Frank, the comparison to me would only be to the fact that Micah Parsons is utilized way more. He's just him being a linebacker. He drops into coverage. He blitzes a lot. He gets a lot of sack opportunities, gets a lot of tackle opportunities, right? He's just everywhere in the field is based on the position he played. I would love to be able to compare those defensive linemen, TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, to Michael Parsons if he only played one position.
So I'm on sportsbetting.com.
I'm looking at it too. That's where I am. And TJ Watt's actually number 1.
No. TJ Watt is not number 1. So when I look at this, it's actually Myles Garrett. That's a plus 275. TJ Watt is a plus 350. Your boy Nick Bosa is a plus 2250.
That's crazy
in terms of odds. Micah Parsons, or as some call him Micah Parsons, but I'll call him Micah, is plus 375. So right now, Miles.
But what day was that updated
in terms of odds?
I've got the date.
This is as of December 14th.
But mine's different. I'm on the same site. That's crazy.
I'm on sportsbettingdime.com.
Me too. Yeah, that's weird.
Are you looking at the top 10?
Hit us up for a sponsorship, boys.
Yeah, I'm looking over there.
Are you looking at the last one? You're just big shout out. If you hover over it, it'll show you. But anyway, that doesn't make for good radio. But the point is, all of these guys in the top 10, Trey Diggs is 1,300, so he's actually ahead of.
I was going to say,
Bosa.
For a Cowboys
I think Diggs has fallen because there hasn't been many interceptions lately. I think Diggs.
They haven't been throwing to him.
I don't think. Has there ever been?
They're avoiding him. They're avoiding him. That's why.
Has a DB ever won the award, defensive player?
Al Harris did.
It's not as common as a line.
Aaron Donald plus 775, and somebody that no one is talking about that's on here and is right in the middle at plus 1,400, Matt Judon.
Yep. Trey Hendrickson.
So
Hendricks is in there too.
Trey Hendrickson's done for the season, wasn't he? He got hurt on Sunday.
Yeah. So I think if we go back to impact on the team, like overall, I think, especially when you look at the way the Browns have been playing, I think, when we talk about that, if it has to be, for me, it has to be, we're saying, Myles Garrett. But I do think Micah Parsons is a very close second, and we still have some time, guys. Right? We still have another.
My next question to you
left.
is: does the team have to make the playoffs for the player to be on that team? What do you guys think of that one? Because I know that's sometimes an MLB thing. They do it where if your team didn't make the playoffs, sometimes they don't let you win it, depending. But
if you don't make the playoffs, what value do you bring to your team?
You could still be the best player at that position and the MVP to your team, even if your team didn't make the playoffs.
It's not the most valuable defensive player on your team. Right. It's the most valuable defensive player in the league. So,
right, but if your team is really, really bad, but you were unbelievable on defense and you were the most valuable, that you were the best defensive player of the year, you're telling me you still can't win?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you won't.
You got to be a clear cut.
So we are saying that it should be from a playoff team. Okay,
it has to be from a team. At least competing for the championship.
On top of
listen. If our friends, the Browns, could keep it together, make the playoffs, and Myles Garrett could keep his helmet on his head, maybe, it might be him. So we'll see.
Well, the fact that the Cowboys didn't make the playoffs last year and the fact that they're doing so much better this year does help Mr. Parsons' case. But, I think he's a shoo-in for rookie defensive player of the year.
For sure. I think he has to
be. That's a lock. But I'm curious. I think I like him. I like his odds. I think
second place rookie of the year in odds is my boy PS2 as well, guys. Just so you know,
that was the other guy the Cowboys wanted. You guys traded up, I think, to get him or got him just before us, and that forced us to trade down and go and get Parsons. Thank you. I thank you very much.
Penei Sewell is nowhere to be seen, though, Frank, my friend.
He should be. What are you talking about? Offensive player of the year?
I haven't seen anything on him in terms of offensive rookie of the year or anything like that.
Jamar Chase is going to take. I don't think anyone can catch Jamar Chase.
It's hard to be an
but
offensive
Sewell's been,
rookie.
you know what? This past week, he was the highest graded offensive lineman in the league.
He's
even in
great.
that loss.
Don't
He's
get me
been
wrong.
solid. I love it.
Great.
That
But
offensive
Sam,
line is going to
the
be
Broncos
good.
didn't need a linebacker. You guys had Bradley Chubb, and at the time you still had
I know.
some others there. So I mean,
Von Miller.
you didn't need anyone.
No.
That's why Parsons dropped. I was surprised. I had Parsons before the draft started. I had him in the top 5, and then some others were saying him up there too, and then just kept dropping down the board. And I didn't think the Cowboys were going to get him either because they have 6 linemen.
We'll be talking about both those guys for the next 10 years. Right,
Easy,
both
sure.
those guys will be in the top 5 at their position for the next 10 years, and we'll be like, I don't know who I would have taken. We have the best corner, and then James and Nick will be like, well, we have the best linebacker after Fred Warner.
Yeah,
Fred Warner.
I love how you always throw a San Fran player in there just as you're doing something to make it,
Well,
but I have to say, the flexibility of Micah Parsons might push it over the edge, right? Because like he is a linebacker, he's listed as a linebacker, but they use him as an edge rusher. They bring him up as a lineman sometimes.
When I watch him
he's
play,
all over
he
the
reminds
place.
me of
He falls back too.
Yeah, he reminds me of a
steamy.
linebacker version of Troy Polamalu.
Yeah,
where he can just kind
a
of
little bigger. Yeah,
well, of course. I'm not saying size wise, but I mean like his ability just to fly all over the place.
Yeah,
even when
it's fast.
Like linebackers don't get that many sacks all the time, right? He just flies across the field and makes some exceptional plays.
I've watched, like watching the games, just seeing the defense in him. It's crazy because like he's got 12 sacks, but he probably could have 17 to 25 already. He's
always a
quarterback
problem.
so many times.
17 to 25.
Well, it depends on how many times he actually, I could see in the 20s already. If he
big range. 103.
He's on pace to beat Javon Curse's record, which is, I believe, 16 sacks in a season for a rookie. So that'll help. And yeah, I mean, I think he needs 2 more games of sacks in a row to beat that record too. So
your team will need it.
Can you get both? Can you get like defensive rookie of the year and rookie of the year, or do you need, or is only one?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Oh, damn it. Because I was going to say, I'll saw it off. He'll get defensive player of the year and Surtain will get defensive rookie of the year.
No, if he gets defensive player of the year, he's getting defensive rookie of the year.
He'll get both.
Probably.
So I think he's already locked up defensive rookie of the year. It's just a matter of can he get the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
As long as knock on wood, he doesn't get hurt and they finish the season, that's it.
Did you see that guy last week, man? He made a huge play on the sideline. He's doing push-ups.
Oh man.
He just doesn't
that was
get
in the
tired.
preseason. The first preseason game, they're like,
jacked
okay,
up
go
21-year-old.
Go do 3 drives, and then we're gonna pull you. And he calls up. He's like, no, I want to keep going, coach. They're like, no, you're done. He's like, no, let me get back out there. So he's
that was funny,
and I love the fact he's so vocal.
A kid
he's all over the place. He's so vocal already. And he even for Thanksgiving, I don't know if you guys heard the story, but he went out and messaged all the players and all the linemen and everyone and basically said, hey guys, if you're not doing anything for Thanksgiving or you got nowhere to be, you're all coming to my house. We're going to make a bunch of food. You're going to come eat with my family and this, that, whatever. And he's inviting people over who didn't have anywhere to go or this, that, whatever. And like, he's already taken over the locker room. It's crazy the way he is. And they said that he's changed everything already and he's a rookie.
Good for him.
So
he's great.
I love his attitude.
It would be amazing if you guys said that he sucked, though, right? Like, I mean,
no. But I love his attitude. I remember there was a question where they asked about how many more games in the season you have or whatnot, and he turned around because he counted it. It was the rest of the season plus
all the way to the Super Bowl.
He's all the way to the Super Bowl, and he's like, "Yeah, that's where we're going." So. And he always wanted to be a Cowboy. That was his favorite team growing up. So it works out even more. And,
that's awesome.
So 2 strikes against him. Okay. That's enough Cowboy time.
That's exactly a fun episode, guys. I really enjoyed this.
You're the only one, though.
And all we do is talk about bloody Cowboys.
Nick likes the Cowboys, too.
It's been great.
So, okay, we're going to do one last topic real quick because I do want to get to our picks. Gentlemen, let's talk about Chase Claypool. For those of you that do not remember, because it was on Thursday, but the Pittsburgh Steelers were losing the game, mounted an awesome comeback. They were on the verge of tying the game. They were down by a touchdown. Chase Claypool catches a first down and
first down,
then decides to do whatever his little signature move is when he catches a first down. In the meantime, his lineman comes running over to take the ball out of his hand. The ball gets fumbled, rolls on the floor. Then the referee finally picks it up. They can't figure out. Another lineman goes to get it. They put it on the line. They lost about 12 or 13 seconds, something like that, which cost them a play.
12 seconds.
And you see him yelling and complaining on the field at the lineman for doing what he did. And then they interview the guy afterwards, and the guy blamed the lineman, saying that the referee was nowhere to be found, saying that it was the lineman's fault for taking the ball out of his hand and fumbling it when he was going to go bring it back to the line. And he didn't think he wasted that much time, but he also said he had to be better. And
that's not very Canadian of him. He should have owned his mistake and apologized at least 43 times.
He's putting a bad name to Canada. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know if we want him anymore.
First thing out of my mouth would have said, I'm sorry.
You should apologize to Canada.
This is the thing. I think, first of all, he's Canadian, number one. That sucks. But also, he's playing for the Steelers, and I think that's
too.
Where
I think Juju ran up.
But I'm just saying,
got into his head.
But it's not only him. There was friggin' Antonio Brown before that. Juju,
Brown and Juju
it's crazy.
It's awful.
It's crazy. What happens? What's going on with the Steelers and their wide receivers? They just go mental.
The best part
over there.
was someone lined up.
They're all
3 years back when Larry Fitzgerald had a same idea where it was they were driving down the field. He catches a first down ball, and what he did versus what Claypool did, and he got the ball to the line within like 2 seconds, and they were lined up. Ready
he ran
to
it
go.
there himself.
Well, yeah, he picked it up, ran it there himself. Yeah.
You put it on the spot.
That's
Chase
what a lot of
Claypool
players
is still doing his little dance on the sideline while Fitzgerald is putting the ball in the middle of the thing.
I blame Tomlin, though. They've had this problem for the last 5 years where every single wide receiver on that team just does whatever the fuck they want. Okay, has all of this attitude. It's all about me. Tomlin gives them the rope or the leash and lets them
anyone
loose
that missed that wasn't a bleep.
Lets them do it.
Does whatever the fuck they want. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't say it out loud. For some reason, the whole recording got in my head. But yeah, for fuck's sakes, like, come on, get your shit together.
But you know what? The other thing is, I don't know if you guys remember, there was another play, and I can't remember for the life of me, that he did something. And when he went to the sideline, Tomlinson was in his ear. I don't remember exactly what it was. Was it like a late hit? PI? I don't remember, but is this guy uncoachable? Is this guy not coachable? Is he just like all raw talent?
I don't know. Is the wide receivers coach there literally the does he have stock in TikTok or something? The guys walk in the door, they say, here's your phone, here's your TikTok, go make a dance. Don't worry, you're not here to catch balls, you're here to dance. Go dance on someone's logo. That's what we pay you for. Celebrate.
It wouldn't be a bad retirement plan for the coach of the wide receivers.
Why do you have to do some kind of signature when you get a first down? I don't understand that. When you get a touchdown, I get it. Go and do a dance. Go and have fun. You got a touchdown. That's important.
Even the play, it's a fourth down. They need the first down. I get it. If it wasn't that much time left in the game, you might celebrate a bit, but because you're managing the clock, you got to be smarter.
That tells me you're not thinking about the game. You're just thinking about your play.
Right. But it goes back to Pittsburgh.
Right. What about
it was Pittsburgh with the overtime thing too, where half the team on Pittsburgh didn't know that in overtime it ties. They thought they continued playing.
How do you not know the rules of the game? If I was a Pittsburgh fan, I'd be fucking livid.
If I was a Pittsburgh fan, you should.
But I think They need more Deontay and less Claypool, because I mean that guy goes to work. You don't see that guy.
You never hear a peep at a Deontay,
right? Like
either.
I mean, yeah, he's there to do a job. Like and there are a lot of exactly. There are a lot of wide receivers that are like really about their craft and doing it well. And then you got these yahoos. Like, I mean, even DK with his green hair and this and that. And,
I don't care what you look like.
What the hell was he doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but it's not even that. What the hell was he doing? Like, that's what I'm saying. It starts with that. Like, you kind of like you build this persona, and even like let's take a look at Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
Right. Like when he was with the Giants, he did that 100 grab, and he's
then he fought with
he's workman.
What's it called? The fake post there, and got hit in the head.
Yeah, the net for the kicker.
Exactly.
The net to the kicker, and
exactly.
It's
like,
funny.
It was crazy, but like,
sorry, go ahead, Sam.
No, go ahead. No, and I was going to say, and now you look at him and what he did on Monday night. Completely different player.
And now he's got COVID. He might be out this week, by the way.
Well, I know. Should have been this week. Damn it.
But
anyway.
it's funny because if you think about like when I grew up watching football and the prima donna there's always been prima donna wide receivers. They're always going to be prima donna wide receivers.
They backed it up.
But it's the ones that we know, Terrell Owens, Randy Moss.
We're talking about guys
Joe
who
Horn,
play Super Bowls with broken legs.
Chad Ochocinco. Like those are the guys that are our prima donna. Michael Irvin, Chris Carter. These are the prima donna ones that we know.
You can even
put
Shannon Sharp in there.
Yeah.
You could even put Shannon Sharp. He's not a wide receiver, but he was like that. But the difference is this: they respected the game.
They backed it up. Though.
They respected.
You never
the
see
game.
them doing that in that situation.
It's not about
exactly. You're 100% right.
Exactly.
The other
respected
difference
the
is
game, and they would never be celebrating or acting a fool when their team is behind.
The game is on the line, right?
Sure.
That's the difference.
They're doing that when they're up 30-10, eating popcorn and pulling out the cell phone.
Exactly.
But on top of that, though,
like I'll tell you right now, T.O. would have ran that ball there. Like, I mean, all of these guys that we're talking about, they situational awareness, respect for the game, and understanding.
T.O. would have grabbed the ref by his ankle and dragged him across to the
100%.
hash marks to put the ball down.
And he was crazy, and he's an insane person. Like he raced a horse
remember,
or something. I don't know what's going on.
Those receivers, guys, are top tier wide receivers that consistently put up the top tier numbers. These guys that we're talking about now are guys that did it once, maybe, and now we've put them in
Chase
that
Claypool,
echelon as
great
being that.
No track record.
But
No
they're
track
not.
record.
Yeah,
you're right.
DK is supposed to be a top 5 wide receiver. Do you guys think DK is top 5 wide receiver anymore?
I don't even think Russell Wilson likes
Trash.
throwing him the
I got a
ball.
theory
Why do you
with
think
that
he keeps
for a
going
minute.
out and asking for new receivers?
What's your theory,
got a
Frank?
theory.
What's your
Tyler
theory,
Lockett
Frank? I want to
thing,
hear
very-
it.
Oh, I like Frank theories. Story time with Frank.
I got a feeling something funny is going on with DK and Sierra. He's slipping or something, and it's not the K, it's the D. And maybe Russell Wilson's got a little bit of wind of it, and he's not throwing them the ball.
Oh my god!
I said it first.
That's
Didn't she
hilarious.
just
I don't
have
know
a kid?
about that.
I said
DK
it.
gives me some
Of course,
Dennis
sister
Rodman
did.
vibes.
She just had a kid, right?
She had a kid, but
Was it DK's?
hey,
What color was his hair?
Right? DK adds another tone to his hair and another piercing to his face after every loss.
Oh man,
yeah.
I don't know.
This turned into TMZ all of a
All I
sudden.
know is the wide
We're gonna find
receivers
DK
now.
in Vegas after their next game on a bender for 3 days.
Or North Korea.
North Korea.
Oh man. Anyways, all right. Bonehead play. Claypool, you should be better. You're Canadian. Get back
Represent
on the good
better,
he owes
side
us an
for
apology.
real.
He owes the country of Canada an apology. God damn it!
Next time,
Let's
say
get
sorry.
into our
Shout out to
picks
Javian
of the-
Holland, who's been playing amazing. Canadian boy.
There you go.
Yes.
Let's get into our picks for
Right.
Phil. Can you give us
I
an
gotta go.
update?
I'll be
No,
back.
Frank, you stay. We need to
Oh,
talk about your
shit.
picks last week.
Frank, we can talk about your picks first if you want to go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's it won't be long. Don't worry.
Get it over.
All right, quick wrap up. We had last place, Frank, 5-9 last week. Currently sitting at 50
Five?
and
I
You got
63.
5? How'd you do that?
I thought I had like one.
Amazing,
Did get
Frank.
5. Then we had James and Sam at 9-5. Then we had Nick at 11-3.
Nice.
Still the leader at 71 and
Nice,
42.
Nick.
And then I almost had the perfect week. I got one wrong, 13-1. Stupid Carolina.
Wow.
So I caught up a couple of games to Nick, but Nick's still leading.
Nice.
by
Good one, Phil.
Good job. Good job. All right, gentlemen. Well, let's we got some
gentlemen.
So
Yeah, go
wait
ahead.
before we do that. If we had Proline box this stuff, we would have
Yeah, but I
probably.
think this would have been
but
that week
there was
that
a
like
lot of
7,000
big
people won.
spreads. Yeah, a lot of people would have won.
We just had to eliminate all of Frank's picks.
I'll just give you the money.
Frank's
and you
not
guys
allowed to
make
pick.
the
What do you mean? If we did a pro like
I'll
it
give you
would
the
be the
money.
4 of us, and Frank would just pitch in.
Maybe
give you
we
the money,
should
that's
do
all.
that and put the
Frank's
ticket in
helping
on
with who
Sunday
we
before
don't
we all
pick.
get together.
Yeah, we're hooking up together.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All
We'll
right.
talk about
Now
it
we can
after.
cheer about something. Yeah.
Let's discuss this this week, guys.
We can even
got
post our ticket on Instagram if people want to see what we have.
gentlemen,
Ride
we
the
got
pony.
Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday and Monday football this week. Oh my goodness!
Holiday season.
Oh
baby.
Yes,
wow!
I do.
All right,
4 days of
Thursday
football.
night. We
Our wives are not going to be happy.
well, what's the difference? So we
What
got,
else is new?
Now
got
we have a
the-
distraction from it. I'm going to get hit. She listens to this podcast.
We're all doomed.
Out of nowhere, Phil's
You're
gonna
gonna
get
see
a
me on
massive
screen
to the
next
head.
week with
What
one of those cartoon welts on my forehead.
I'm taking a picture of it.
his
We're
head.
putting it on Instagram.
That's right. James is going to be on a milk carton.
Yeah,
Missing. Have you seen
In
this
his
guy?
Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
with a beer still in his hands, watching the game.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this. The 9-4 Chiefs taking on the 8-5 Chargers on Thursday night. This looks like it's going to be a fun Thursday night game. Let's run to our leaderboard. Nick, you get to go first.
I'm quite disappointed that this is on a Thursday because normally Thursday games are kind of disappointing. But I'm going to take KC over the Chargers this week.
And the safe bet.
And yeah,
I'm going to take KC as well.
Give me KC.
That's 2.
I'll
Sammy?
go with the Chargers, damn it.
Ooh. Any
I need
reason
to get
for that,
a
or just
game
because
up
you're
on
on a hunch?
Nick. That's the reason. No, but I just got a hunch. I don't know. I like
Got
the way
it.
they've been
Okay.
playing. I've been picking the Chargers for the last 3 weeks, and they. Yeah.
Did you see the throw
Yeah.
that Herbert made on Sunday? That everyone's talking about
I
being
think
one of
Herbert's
the
for
greatest
real.
throws
Like I,
ever.
mean, I think he's
Long
gonna
bomb.
like everybody. Like I think it's early, but I think he's for real. I think he's gonna have a long, illustrious career. But anyway, I'm taking the Chargers. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers.
I like him too. I think he'll be good. All right, Frank, where are you going?
Yes.
Chiefs.
Nope. Too late.
Shit, can I change my pick?
damn it. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers,
Phil?
please.
I'm taking
Ooh,
Kansas
I'm the
City
only
as
one. Okay.
All right, Sam, you're the lone dog, buddy. Lone dog. All right, and Saturday, 4:30, guys. You get to start watching football at
Sweet.
4:30. It's gonna be fun.
Too bad it's the Browns.
Love
You may not want
it.
to watch this game now that I looked at it. You got the 6-7
Yeah, too bad
Las
this game
Vegas
thing.
Raiders at the 7-6 Cleveland Browns.
I'm taking the Browns. Sorry,
Frank.
I just jumped.
Okay, Sam's Browns. That's okay.
Browns.
Frank Browns. Phil.
I'm taking the Browns as well.
Wow, everyone's on the
Taking the
Browns.
Well,
eh?
Garrett's gonna. They got to make the playoffs. If
I
Take
Garrett's
the Browns to
gonna
the
win
Super Bowl.
I can't take the Raiders. They're just this
All right.
awful. I got the Browns.
There you go.
Give me the Brownies.
It's too hard for me to take that. This should be a fun game.
No one
the
takes Derek
8:15
Carr
on
and the
Sunday,
Raiders.
Saturday, we got the 9-4 New England Patriots at the 7-6 Indianapolis Colts. Indy coming off a
It's,
bye.
Ooh,
JT
that might
back?
be entertaining.
Actually, New England coming off
Is-
a bye too. They're both on bye.
Is
Yeah,
JT
they both
back?
came off the bye.
Wow, that should be
Okay.
good. Of course they are. Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Everyone's
Oh, he
healthy
wasn't.
as far as I know.
The only one they're waiting to hear about is
JT wasn't hurt.
what's his name there? The running back for
No, they were on a bye.
Harris.
New England. Is
Damian
he gonna
Harris.
Start? Yeah, is Harris going to start or not? That's the only
D.
question.
Harris.
But Damian Harris
Yeah.
wants to play if he can. He's been apparently going back
So,
every day to train and stuff. It's
Nick,
like
we'll go to
crazy.
you first.
Oh, great.
Oh, is that your answer?
I'm taking the
Phil, put him down for
Oh, sheesh. Give me New England. Mac Jones, I hope he can have a game. This defense is going to be tough against Indy, but give me New England.
Frank?
Right.
Yeah, give me New England too. I was thinking about Jonathan Taylor, but
Sam?
Belichick.
Yeah.
Sam's
I
on New
mean,
England.
but
He
I
has to
have
take
a
New
feeling
England.
For
that
sure.
It's not going. I mean, anyway.
Phil?
Wait, Sam didn't even pick.
I did
He
say
said New
yeah,
England.
but
Oh, okay.
I
Just
might
think
go-
it, though.
well, you know what? I'm gonna go New England. I gotta go New England.
I'm
Phil?
taking Indy.
I want Indy too, so I'm going to go Indy.
I
there,
know.
too.
That's why you saved yourself for last. It wasn't sneaky. It was obvious.
Of course he did.
I have that hunch, Sam, that you're feeling too. I'm like,
This is what I'm saying.
This is maybe the week that although Bill
He's usually
Belichick off a bye
solid.
is
He's got
usually
He's got like
It's
2 weeks
scary.
to prepare for
pretty
this.
solid.
Scary.
So.
I'm putting
I
Bill
just
Belichick to
think
prepare
that
for Jonathan Taylor and Carson
Indy
Wentz.
needs this
Yeah,
win.
needing
more
it
than
and
New
getting
England
it are
does.
two
That's
different
the
Yeah,
only
and I'm
difference.
thinking like I'm not going to have too many opportunities to make up games on Nick.
Yeah. So
You guys better hope
just
John
realized
Taylor
something,
runs all over the
Carson
defense.
Wentz is still playing this long into the season.
Yeah, I think he gets his bonuses.
clap
It's got to be a record.
He gets the bonuses now that they had, and I think
Philly
Philly gets
the
a
pick.
bigger pick. Yeah,
higher pick.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, the 1 p.m. games on Sunday. My 9-4 Dallas Cowboys at the 4-9 New York Football Giants. Phil, you can put 2 Cowboys down for me and Nick. Do you guys?
Yep.
Anyone taking the Giants? Any of you guys? Are you going to take a chance?
I am actually considering it.
Shut up. You know what, Phil? Take
With
the
the
Giants.
no
I
Daniel
dare you.
Jones,
Take the
Mike
Giants.
Lennon.
Go for it.
Do it. I dare you. Do it.
I tell you what, I'll give you 2
Definitely
points.
Let's see how
Take them
big
by
guns
2.
those are. Come on, let's
Definitely
go.
not.
Frank, you're the crazy
That's
one. Are you taking
right.
the Giants?
If the Giants do it, it's going to be on
So
the
no,
defense.
is what you're saying?
Yeah, but that offense is so bad.
I know that's the problem.
Mike Glennon's still
only
starting,
gonna
isn't
be-
he?
I think so.
He might be better.
Maybe. It could be Jake Fromm.
Oh, I got to stay in Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. This is awful. The
taking
2-11 Houston Texans.
my goodness.
At the 2-11 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow. Who's the home team? Jacksonville?
This is amazing, guys. This means
Jacksonville.
What's
That
one of
game's
them- one of them's gotta
unwatchable.
win.
There's college teams.
one of them's
got to
win. Lions can win another game and they'll be okay.
Oh man, this is this is awful football. I hope this is not on TV.
I'll go first. I'm taking
On pay
Houston.
per view.
I'll go.
James,
You want Houston?
Okay.
Is it Mills?
Yep. He's starting for the rest of the season.
Yes. Mills is
I'm
the starter.
taking Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't take Houston. They stink. They both stink. Fuck.
They do. They both stink.
I'd love to take them. The refs.
I'd rather take Detroit.
Go ahead, Nick.
I
Even
would
with the
too.
practice squad playing.
Yeah.
For real. I'm gonna take Houston as well. I think Mills had a decent
I think
game
Mills
last
is
week,
better than
so
Tyrod.
hopefully he pulls again.
Sam?
Only because I have James Robinson on my fantasy team, I'm going to take the Jags. And hope for the best.
And hope for the
it's
best. Yeah, I got it.
Houston. If he can't run on Houston,
Jags
Frank,
have a better defense.
Frank, break
that's
the
for
tie,
sure.
buddy. Break the tie.
I mean, all this shit coming out about Urban Meyer this week of the players. It seems like he's already lost that locker room. So I got to go Houston.
Oh, that's
I'm
a
gonna
good
go
point
Houston.
that no one else brought
Yeah,
up.
but
Very nice.
the owners, the cons came out and said that there's that's not true.
what are they
Everything
going to
seems
say?
be fine.
Yes, they're
Oh, of course I
right.
was gonna
He's
say that.
terrible.
Yeah, under the rug. Until
Yeah.
there's a
Tire
tell-all book. Until there's a
lots of
tell-all
problem
book.
here.
I just
It's
tell you
PR.
what they said.
Everything's
I mean,
fine. Everything's fine.
Fire, danger.
Yeah.
It's like that
Everything's
meme
fine.
with the flames in the
yeah.
background.
The dog's drinking
Yeah.
coffee.
It's okay.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
All right, the 9-4 Tennessee Titans at the 6-1 Pittsburgh Steelers, coming off that horrible loss on Thursday. Frank, you start, buddy.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Sam? Phil?
Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, I got to go Tennessee.
I went
Yeah.
Pittsburgh last
And
week.
that means Pittsburgh's
they
gonna win
bit
this
me
week.
hard. It probably, but Big Ben stinks. I think even Tannehill with
Julio.
no wide
Did
receiver.
Julio come
Mobilize
back?
Air conditioning unit.
He played this.
Julio-
He played last
he
week.
played.
Are they coming? Yeah,
Julio
Julio's
played this
coming back.
last week.
Perfect.
Yeah, he
Give me
played.
He
Tennessee.
did nothing as usual.
Oh, okay, great.
There's a lot of
He
1
did
o'clock
nothing
games.
yet. No, it's not a big difference.
All right.
Give me Tennessee still.
Next, the 3-10 Jets at the 6-7 Dolphins. Dolphins coming off a bye. Jets sucked. I'm going Dolphins.
Same.
Same. Give me Tua.
Anyone taking the
Fine.
Jets?
Anyone
Anyone
streak.
taking the
You're
Jets?
probably the only one that would consider it. He's thinking about it.
He's thinking.
See
He's
the
thinking.
I could see
Frank,
the
take
hamster in the
Dolphins.
wheel
Take Dolphins.
going.
Okay. Dolphins.
Oh, this is a game.
I
I'm,
think Jets.
I'm-
I think Jets
Hamster in the
better.
wheel.
Go on.
this is a game I'm going to be watching because no, I'm not. The 6-7 Washington football team at the 6-7 Philadelphia Eagles.
Somebody's getting to 7 wins. Cowboys better win.
Wow, nothing gets past you, Frank.
This
Nothing.
is why he's on the show.
Oh man. All right,
We didn't
Frank,
have
tell
Frank
us which
Theory
team
here.
is
This
getting the
would be a
7
no-show
wins
chapter.
first, Washington or the Philadelphia Eagles?
I like Philly coming off the bye at home.
Is that because you have Jalen Hurts in your fantasy team and you need him to score a lot of points?
Well, I'm on a bye, so I'm okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can relax.
Nick?
Hopefully they keep him out.
Hey, but Frank, hold on, Frank. Tell me if Philly doesn't win,
If
though,
they don't
Or-
win, Washington's
or-
definitely going to win.
Or
I guarantee it.
okay.
Or they die.
It's happened to.
Doesn't that mean
It
they
means
both
no one
lose?
wins. So, in this day,
Ties
and
like
age,
kissing your sister. Let's go, Nick.
I am going to take the Philadelphia Eagles.
Philly.
I don't know.
I'm taking
what's
Philly
happening
as well.
in Washington.
3 for Philly.
I'm
Sam?
going Washington.
I want to go Washington too. I think Washington needs to come back from what they did, and
I
they
don't
didn't
think so
play so
either.
bad against the Cowboys. So I just don't know if Heineke's going to start because they lost a lot of players. in
That's
that
what I'm
game. That's the
banking
only
on.
that- That's the only
The
thing that worries.
injuries.
Yeah, that's the only thing that worries me. But I'll take Washington. See what happens. All right, this is a.
Oh, this
I don't
is
know
a
why
tough
we're gonna
one.
Say it. Just put 5
Detroit.
Cardinals down.
Hold
Just
on.
put 5 Frank, are you going Detroit? You're the only one that would.
No. Now,
What do you mean? Greg,
no, we
Greg
got
has
to
to
win.
go
Now
do
we
it.
win.
He learned
Now-
his
now we
lesson.
got to lose
He
out.
learned his lesson
Because we
last
got
week
another
against
two
the
win-
Doggies.
Yeah. Yeah.
We only got one. We got 2 one win teams, and they're going to play each other. So
Yeah.
one's going to lose.
So we're talking about the 10-3 Cardinals at the 1-11-1 Lions, and we're all going Cardinals. Next, the 5-8 Carolina Panthers at the 7-6 Buffalo Bills. We don't know who's starting on either side of this game because we don't know if Josh Allen is going to start, and there's rumors that Cam and Walker are both playing this game. So I have no
Does it
idea
matter?
who's going to start or finish.
I don't think so.
It could. I don't know.
Well, there you go.
I'm
I
going
don't
Bills.
think
They need to
so.
get back on track. Even
Exactly.
if it's Trubisky, I'm going
Exactly.
Bills. They
I'm
need to
going
get
Bills,
back on
yeah.
track.
Buffalo.
Exactly. I'm going
Yeah.
Bills, even if it's Trubisky.
No one circles the
Yeah,
wagons
give me
like
the
Or
Bills.
breaks tables.
All right. This is a fun one. Sammy, starting our
Right,
4
you gotta go.
o'clocks, we got the 7-6
Ooh.
Bengals at the 7-6 Donkeys.
Is that even a
I
question?
assume you're going with your donkeys. Well, you're the only
I
one
didn't
that
say where I
might,
was
so let's
going.
see
I
what
just said
happens
I
as
was
we
just
go around
asking
the
if it was a
table here.
question. Well, it
Well,
might
not
be.
for
You
you.
don't know
'cause we
where
know
I'm
where
going.
you're going. Okay, Sam, are you taking
No.
the Cincinnati Bengals?
Okay, pick.
Okay, so shut up. Next,
Got to build up the drama, James.
Frank.
I don't know.
For what?
For
There's no
fun.
drama. Frank,
Yes.
Give me the Bengals.
Bengals. Bill,
It's safe to pick the Donkeys. He picked the Bengals, so just remember that.
I'm really tempted to.
Joe Mixon's going to run wild, baby.
So is Javante.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Okay.
I'm taking Cincinnati. They need to win more.
Party's
Maybe
over,
just
Sam.
started. Party of one.
I'd be happy to take the Broncos if it wasn't.
I
Teddy
know, man.
Bridgewater, man.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
Teddy
Friggin'
Bridgewater.
Teddy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the ball.
The Bengals
You
are
gotta
banging
keep the
up
ball
right
out
on
of his
defense. I honestly think the Broncos could win this game.
We just
got to
keep the ball out of his
trust
hands.
Teddy to
If
come
Gordon
back if they fall
and,
behind.
And Javante.
Is Josh Gordon going to make it through the game, or is he? Because he keeps
No,
getting
Mel
hurt
Gordon, I'm
back,
talking
hurt
about Mel
back.
Gordon.
Josh
Mel
Gordon.
You
Said
mean
Josh.
Mel
What did I
Gordon?
say?
Mel Gordon might not even play.
Josh.
You said Josh.
Josh is not
Josh?
making it either. He's on COVID. I heard that too.
Yeah, I don't think it matters if
keep
Mel
the ball out
plays
of
or not.
Teddy's
I mean,
hands,
both
that's
of
all.
them have been running so well, but the problem is when
Yeah,
Teddy
true.
has to.
But
If
don't
they,
worry about
if
it.
they go
We got this
down,
covered. We're gonna
Teddy
win.
has to throw.
All right, 6-7 Falcons at 7-6 San Francisco 49ers. We know Phil is going 49ers. Nick, where are you going?
That's what I was thinking. How did they become 6-7?
Yeah, I know.
I
That's what
was
was
shocked
thinking.
by that.
They won 3 in a row.
Nick, you were reading my mind. I was like, when the hell did they win 6 games?
Give me the 49ers. 6-7. Give me the Niners.
Yeah,
San
San Fran.
Francisco.
Sammy. Yeah, okay, 5-way, San Fran.
That doesn't sound good. There's 5 of us here.
It might sound good
Frisco,
to somebody.
yeah.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Okay,
But
I
anyways.
really got to go now.
Yeah, it is San Francisco.
All right, it's true. There you go. The 5-8 Seattle Seahawks at the 9-4 Los Angeles Rams. We saw Stafford stun his audience with that win on prime time. Are we anyone taking the Seahawks in this one?
Not me.
LA all day.
Give me that.
Frank's
Rams,
thinking, look
unless
with
Frank
the hamster.
wants to get a little crazy.
Did Seattle just
Is that his
beat them?
Constipation.
Constipation.
No, that was the Niners.
That's what
I'm
about
not
it.
sure which one that was.
That was not Seattle.
Seattle, that's it.
Seattle's got one wide receiver, and
They got
That
DK.
doesn't count.
And no running backs.
They got Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, okay,
no,
give me the
Rashad
Rams.
Penny had a huge game.
All right.
Talk me into it.
This could be another big game if both quarterbacks are allowed to play. The 10-3 Green Bay Packers at the 8-5 Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Pack just because I know Rodgers will play. I don't know about Lamar, so I'm gonna go Pack.
I'm also
Sure,
go with
because I
the
did, so you
Green
don't want me
Bay
to catch up to you.
Packers.
I get it. Next.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers
Yeah,
too.
because I'm
I
worried
don't
about
think
you. You're not
Lamar's
even
gonna
close.
play.
I'm worried about
Yeah,
Phil.
I think
Sam?
I'm going to take the Packers too. I mean, I want to take the Ravens, but I don't know.
Oh, you're not taking your
I'm
favorite
going to take
team
the
there?
Ravens. Screw it. I'm taking the
Frank,
Ravens.
are you
I can't.
not? Oh, okay. Frank, are you not taking the Ravens?
Taking the
I
Ravens
think-
to lose.
I think Lamar is not going to play, but I think the
Damn
Ravens
it.
are going to beat the Packers still.
So you're taking the Ravens?
Ravens.
Oh, I'm
Ravens
glad I
are
took the
on.
Packers.
You look
on this
hungry.
one.
Thanks,
You
Frank.
looked all right last night. Come
That's
on,
good,
you looked
yeah.
pretty good.
Thanks for
He was all
support.
right.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Sure.
gentlemen.
You look like Lamar out there.
The Sunday nighter, which we will hopefully be watching together. The 6-7 Saints at the 10-3
Will we be watching
Bucks.
though? Will we be watching?
Will we?
Can we call the NFL
Oh, we
to?
play
I'm more
Thursday.
concerned about
Thursday.
the San Fran game at 4:00 than the Bucks game at 8.
Yeah, come before o'clock.
Yeah,
We'll watch them all.
Can we tell the NFL to change this
I'm
game?
hoping the NFL changes this game, puts a better one on because we may not be watching much. But
This
is
should be
anyone
switched
taking
with
the
the
Saints?
Thursday game.
Let's just
No,
answer the
no,
But a
question.
nice
no.
boring
Anyone?
Thursday
No.
game.
Everyone's
Maybe
taking
if they're at
Tampa.
home.
Not a
Let's
chance.
move on.
Monday
And
night.
then the Monday night. Oh, what a shitty Monday nighter. The 6-7 Vikings
Yeah,
at
it's
the
even worse.
4-9 Bears. It started so well with the games, and then it just ended off.
Take the tie. Take the
Yeah,
tie. 9-9.
5-point tie.
I'm gonna take the Vikings.
I will also take the Vikings. How many
14.
rushing yards? do you think
200.
Dalvin could
Bears,
get this
300.
week? Again, 200 again, man.
Didn't
That's
help me.
another
Still
30-point week. That's not good.
Sam,
I'm going with the
Vikings,
Vikings as
Bears,
I'm going with the Vikings.
refs. Oh my, Vikings. Frank, you like these teams? Which one are you taking?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Well, you got to pick one so we know the score. Yeah, you have to get a point or not. So usually you don't get them anyway, so it really doesn't. We could just say nothing and you'll have the same amount as you would have.
I go Bears just because they're at home. What the hell?
Okay, and Phil, I don't
I'm
know
taking the
if I
Bears too.
All right. Well, those are our
Wow.
picks, gentlemen. That's our show. We actually talked about a lot of stuff, considering we didn't have anything to talk about before we got here. So
It felt like that,
wait.
right? It's like, guys, what are
Way
we
too
going to
much
talk about this
Cowboys
show?
talk for my liking. But anyway,
I thought it was fantastic. This might have been one of my
That's
favorite
because
shows.
James
that
is the
we've ever
bloody
done.
I think we
host,
keep
and we
going,
start talking
guys.
about the Cowboys, and he doesn't transition to the next topic because he knows that it's
Yeah.
Cowboys talk.
Why would I want to transition for? I mean, that's the
Does
the
that mean you
best
guys
thing
want to talk
about.
more about the
That's-
Cowboys? Is
We
that what
are,
I'm getting
Because
at?
I don't think our
America's team.
viewers want to
James,
hear
what else can we
excuses
say?
from the fans of the Cowboys and us trashing the Cowboys. It's lose-lose.
I didn't give up any excuses.
well, it sounded like you were.
Yeah.
There was no excuses.
I mean,
they're
coulda,
winning.
woulda,
There's no need to have an
shoulda,
excuse.
maybe if they do it, if they don't, perhaps.
That's right. We got the wins.
Quick,
Last time I checked, my Cowboys are ahead of
Face
all
stats?
of your
Face
teams
stats?
in the
yeah.
standings.
Let's transition to fantasy. Everyone, good luck on your fantasy
Thank
playoffs.
you.
Whoever's in fantasy playoffs.
Good
I
luck
wanted
to all.
to transition
Yes.
now to fantasy because James is bragging about the Cowboys, but
Thanks
let's
for
not talk
saving
about
us
his
again.
fantasy teams.
Hey, I made 11 of 13 playoffs, okay?
Yeah, but the two
11
that
of
matter,
13.
you're not in the playoffs. the two that matter.
Exactly. That's true.
They all matter
Good
to me because
call.
they all bring me money at the
Or
end of
cost
the year.
you money.
Yeah,
or
you
cost
don't
money.
give a shit about the money.
Yeah.
Fantasy
You
Football
don't
football
care
is not
about
all
the
money.
bragging rights.
Listen,
That's what it's
Phil.
all about.
Listen,
That's what it's all
There's
about.
2 of those leagues, Phil, that I'm going to try and beat you in just so that I can talk about it here, okay?
You got it. But wait, you're not in the playoffs. How can you beat me?
Not those leagues.
Oh, the other two.
The other ones.
two. Yeah. You probably will beat me. You sneaked in too.
I did.
I have a bye. You sneak in at 6, you'll beat me.
That's the goal. I am defending champ in that league, so it's
All right. Everyone have a good night. Yes, another great show.
Good luck in your fantasy playoffs. Good luck this week. We will see you guys all next week. We should all be here, hopefully, and we might have some interesting stories from a Sunday night excursion.
Oh, no.
Make it out of there.
What goes on Frank's stays at Frank's. I'm sorry.
Niners.
We can't.
Guys, I think we should record the night live. We'll just put it on and we'll throw it out for everybody. Put a mic
That'd
in
be a
there
lot
and
of
just
editing,
have the
bro.
5 of us.
Nick's doing it.
Put it out raw.
We'll just release it as a stream.
James,
it's just raw. You guys you'll get our Sunday night in a 4-hour episode.
What could possibly go wrong, right?
Yeah. I don't think we have enough time to
cancel before we even start. Everything's fine. Everything is fine.
Frank's house is on fire by the end of the night. You don't want.
Poor Frank lost a vehicle this week. He might not have a house by Sunday.
This is just fine. This is perfect.
Oh boy. Anyways, everybody, have yourselves a good night. We'll see you guys.
Ciao. Ciao. Alla prossima.
Ciao.